So what I've been watching Gangsta.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I'm
cool.
watching that.
There's a recap this weekend, so it wasn't anything new, which is
Yes, I think I'm actually
always
an
worrisome.
episode before
okay.
this week's
It's
episode.
episode 9.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't watch this week's either because
It
it was a
was- it was a
recap.
9.5,
Yeah, I didn't
so-
watch it either.
Whatever.
I've been watching One Piece, of course. Of
course.
Always Saturday night.
What episode are we on now, by the way?
On One Piece?
Yeah.
I believe it's 709.
Golly.
For some reason I thought it was 900. But then 709 isn't as bad.
So we don't get to talk about One Piece because I missed that boat a long time ago, and someone gave me like a comment like, "Of course you can start
the boat.
That's intentional.
Very good.
So yeah, like people are saying, "Oh, well, of course you can catch up. Just watch like 1 and 2 episodes a day." It's like that's not possible for me. Like that's an excuse. It's like no,
yeah,
it's not.
It's hard now.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
in addition to all the other stuff I have to do, like for work and for the other anime I need to keep up with, it's just not gonna happen.
Yeah.
So Philson, like, where did you
Where did
start?
it
When did you
start?
start? Like, I know a lot of people said like, oh, I just powered through it. It took me a summer,
Yeah.
and I was just like, you are amazing. Like, I admire anybody who's kept
No.
up with One Piece, like, or anything that's been like super long like that.
Yeah,
it
I know.
just kind of takes that dedication, and it's really cool.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely high school. I
Yeah.
would not have time now, for sure, to do that. I first, I didn't even know what anime was until I watched Naruto, like, in my Japanese language lab class. I just, like, oh, hey. Oh, I'm supposed to be, I was taking Spanish at the time. But then all the Japanese kids that were taking the class were watching Naruto on the computer. I'm like, I don't watch anime for homework. So I started that.
It should
and
be.
Then, yeah, and then I got into that, and then got into Bleach, and then I heard about One Piece. And it's funny because One Piece was on 4Kids, and I hated that. I was like, what is this weird thing? Why? What's up with the...
Yeah, I saw like the noodly arms.
Yeah, I'm
Leafy,
like,
I was like,
it is...
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
weird.
yeah.
Oh, there it is. I knew she didn't. Yeah.
yeah, the theme song stuff. I was just like, oh.
Yeah. Well, it
This is the
didn't
best.
it didn't pull me in as like say Pokemon did. But I saw it and I was like, oh, this is cool. I'm gonna check it out. So one summer I started watching that on this website I can't remember anymore. And then I just went through it up to maybe 300, 400 around there. And then that's when I caught up.
That's when you caught up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and then I've been watching ever since.
So
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
has it?
I had a
obviously.
really quiet summer.
So, like, you've kept up with it. What's kept you with the show? Like, is it continuing, like, sustained as, like, a good series? Like, I mean, from people who watch it, like, we hear, like, oh, don't like bash it until you've seen it. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
I can never, like, I could if I wanted to, but I don't think I'd
yeah.
have to quit my job, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, totally. So let me tell you. Long
Yes,
list.
please,
Okay.
please
Well, I mean,
educate me.
It definitely, the one reason why I kept it up for so long is the characters mainly. Like, you go through this story, you know, Luffy, he's just so, he's so fun.
Yeah.
He's passionate, he's naive, you know, he doesn't care about what other people think, and he just goes for it. And then he surrounds himself around people that don't match, like, they don't make sense. Like, they're so different from him, but they follow him anyway. And like, you know, it's the friendship and like, and all the like adventures they go on, and
Thank
then
you,
the
Nakama, right?
Yeah, Nakama, yes. And then yeah, just they somehow get through every single like problem they encounter, and the feels, so many feels.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's kind of hard to explain, but yeah, it's similar to Naruto, in where, you know, he's the same type of character. He meets friends along the way, and then they just push and get through
Because
things.
supposed to be the Pirate King, right? That's all I remember.
Yeah,
from
you
the
know,
first. He's
yeah.
like, I'm gonna be the Pirate King.
Yeah, he wants to
It's
be
like,
the Pirate King. That's
okay,
his
cool.
main goal in life, and it's funny because he doesn't care about anything else. And the only reason why he like fights people, to be honest, is because, you know, he doesn't like them. That's the main reason. I don't like how you do things, and you're hurting my friends. So bam, bam. Exactly.
Yeah.
Gatling gun.
Yeah, so-
something like that.
So he's still not the Pirate King.
He's not.
Okay.
Yeah,
think
it's been a
that-
long journey.
I mean, that seems like a hard goal to accomplish. Like, that doesn't happen overnight, you know?
Oh no, it doesn't. Yeah.
Do you think that, like, that goal still holds up? Like, over 700 episodes, like, what's kept this show afloat? Like you said, like, the characters are super opposing and stuff. But does it have, like, great arcs that have kind of pushed it through, or does it seem, like, disjointed? Like, I know a lot of people say, like, it's just, like, a fun show.
Yeah.
And it seems like it.
Yeah, totally. His main goal is to get the One Piece, but he always gets sidetracked. for sure. Like, and who's watched One Piece? I mean,
Well,
you've played the game.
My main exposure to One Piece has been through the games. I review a lot of One Piece games, and
Okay.
I was already familiar with the show, like kind of peripherally. But I spent the whole weekend playing One Piece, so I'm having like
You're
feels.
good.
I'm reviewing Pirate Warriors 3, so look out for that on IGN soon. But yeah, I know like there's so many feelings in this show. Like
There really
the
is.
friendships are so strong, and like even with the Going Merry, when the Going Merry
Yes. Oh,
like
that's so
is so it's their first ship. And it's part of their crew. Like they consider it part of their crew.
Speaking of, you're okay with us kind of diving into the story a little bit?
You know,
I'm
I'm going through the first story arc now. I'll never catch up.
Okay.
So I'm going to
So
probably
you're
stop
totally-
after unless I'm
okay.
really hooked. I'm enjoying the first story arc right now, but 700 episodes is a lot of time I don't have.
Yes. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, so that's why that's actually one of the pluses to playing the games is Pirate Warriors 3 is pretty much the whole canonical story up through the Dressrosa arc, which is like the most recent
one,
arc. It has an original ending, but so it's a good way to get like the super abridged version, right? But like their first ship, like it's been through so much. It flew up into the sky.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Some power.
Yeah, it flew
Oh, yeah.
into the sky.
They go everywhere.
It went everywhere, and it's just it can't be repaired. It's just on its last legs, and it saves them one last time, and they give it like a Viking funeral, and it's like thanking them.
I know.
And I'm like, oh,
I know. God.
and like they're all crying. They're all
Yeah.
crying. There's a lot of crying in this show.
There's
There's a lot of crying.
I might
in
have
One
cried a few
Piece.
times. I can't remember when, but
But the
I'm
characters
sure
are
I
always
have.
crying. They're always crying. It's the best.
Oh,
but because they have so much love
Exactly.
for each other, they
Yeah.
care so much. They're so invested in their relationships. Like, yeah, there's the goal to be the pirate king, but
Yeah.
like Luffy will do things for his friends.
Yep.
He'll do things.
No matter
he'll,
what.
He'll get sidetracked because he's helping a friend, or he's
Exactly.
we have to save our friend or get this one crew member back, the crew member that left or whatever. It's just that's why it's one of those shows that like if I were keeping up with it, I would be really excited to tune in every week just to kind of like take my mind off of like heavy stuff because I watch a lot of heavy shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this one's just like we're all friends and
Exactly.
we're pirates and my like
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like they like she said, they get sidetracked a lot, so
Yeah.
they never really go for the One Piece. But and what's great is also like so many characters have a lot of issues or backstory, which they try to overcome, and then Luffy helps them out through all of that. Whether it's his crewmates or just side characters that he doesn't have to help them out, but he does, and then it leads into something bigger, and it's like, oh crap, now I gotta fight the Navy.
now I gotta fight Grandpa. Like,
Exactly. Yeah. So there's so many things that, and it's interesting because like there's on top of like just normal just going from island to island, there's a lot of conspiracy and like stuff happening behind the scenes that like between like the government and then there's these pirate warlords that have like a contract with the Navy, so they don't touch them because they do their own thing and then
Right,
they do
the
their own
Navy
thing. They
just
keep
kinda-
exactly, and they're like the heads of the pirate era. So yeah, there's this stuff happening in the underbelly of the sea world, and so yeah, there's that.
love
So
it.
it's fun, but then it's dark, and then you cry, but you laugh. It's everything.
So-
shows everything.
Yeah.
If you had to recommend one arc, what would it be? Like if there's like I have time for maybe a few
my
hundred
goodness.
episodes. I don't
That
know
is-
how long these can be.
that
I'm
is
sure there's like
really
plenty and
funny.
plenty of arcs. But like what was like the one segment that really stood out to you that you would say, hey, if you're gonna give One Piece a try, maybe
Oh man.
this is the one that you should.
That is hard. Yeah, because a lot of what makes the arcs, in the middle of the anime and later is the relationships that you build up and
Sure,
you learn about.
sure.
But I would say the biggest arc would be when they go to Marineford and Luffy has to. Or it's spoilers. Luffy is trying to save his brother.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then before that, there's an arc where they're in a prison, and he's trying to get out of there, and he's working together with other bad guys, and because he's just so like passionate about saving his brother and trying to get out, like all these horrible dudes just team up with him. And it's like, this guy is the best, and we can get out of here.
Yeah.
And then so that arc for sure, like riding right up into that moment. Can't remember the name, but I think it's Marineford.
Marineford, I think,
or the war. It's the Great War, I think. And
Awesome.
it was called. But yeah, that's the main arc. I think that will totally. It's the turning point from there, and then that's when like the Straw Hat Pirates finally grow up, and then
Interesting.
get to the New World is what they call it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, good to know.
Yeah.
So, listeners, please let us know which is your favorite arc. Like, what is
yeah.
the
Yeah.
essential like One Piece arc for you guys, or what would you like share to a friend if they only had time for like a little bit?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, watching the entire series is probably more beneficial. You get to grow a relationship
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff, but
Yeah.
always good to have like at least one like
I know.
the one hit.
Yeah.
If there's
Oh.
a spot to jump in, that's
where it is.
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think aesthetically, my favorite is Thriller Bark because I love Perona.
Yeah.
I love Perona. Yeah.
Thriller Bark is an interesting one. It's very Halloween themed.
Yeah, I like creepy stuff.
I like
Yeah.
Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very
Yeah.
cool.
Let us know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
One Piece.
Dream it.